Hello everybody, it's your stay-at-home grandma, and I'm bringing you a DIY today. I'm starting it and then tomorrow I'm going to paint it. But you know how I told you that I do recycled art? Well, I started with these. This is the one that just came out of the oven. It's actually plastic, and I've got some more. And I've decided, this one kind of tore up a little bit, but it won't be when I get finished painting it and everything. And here's the other little piece right here. But these are all little plastic cups and plastic, just things that I pick up that I've been doing it for years. And then I actually did it with my students. Although I was their counselor, I did a lot of little art therapy with them and stuff like that. And I guess at the time I got my degree, I actually started majoring in art, and then I switched over to psychology. But they didn't have art therapists back when I went to school, at least that I knew of anyway. But I started doing things. I had a clay oven, it looked like a toaster oven, because one of the girls came into my office one day and said, "Can I use your toaster oven?" And I said, "What toaster oven are you talking about?" And she said, "That one right there." And I'm like, "That's a clay oven." And she said, "Oh my goodness, I thought it was a toaster oven." But I had the clay oven in there, and I would do little clay things with them, things for them to take home. We built a whole robot. I don't know that I'll ever do that again. I don't even tell my grandchildren that one, but we built a whole robot out of boxes and toilet paper and paper towel rolls that were empty. And it was quite different. It was really unique, and it was on display for a while. And everybody that asked who did it, they would say, "Well, the counselor did it with the kids, the boys." And it was a group of boys that I had. And somehow or other, it got thrown out because I decoupaged it and everything. So that would have withstood a good, well, maybe not, but I would think it would have withstood a good rainstorm. But anyway, tomorrow when I come on, I'm going to paint it. I have to figure out, again now, how to separate the channels, because I'm still new at this. So if anybody has any ideas, please tell me, because I want to do my commercials for IASO, and then I want to do the DIY things. I'm going to do more of those. And then, my hauls. So do I do all them together and make it, because then I'd have to change the name, I suppose, and I don't want to do that because that would lose some of my followers. So tell me what you think, how I can do that, or do I make two separate channels, and then just tell me what you think, and I'll try to, listen to you, and because most of you that are on my channel have been on here a lot longer than I had. I started out, I think, at about 2011. But I had so much to get well. I had so much physical therapy and occupational therapy, I believe, because I had to learn, voice therapy, because I had to learn how to talk. I had all kinds of therapy going on. So I actually, for about 3 years, I still haven't really picked up a paintbrush, but I really stopped painting for a while. So I've got to... Actually, I've found some other ways, because I really don't want to paint. I really wasn't a painter artist, but I did ceramics and pottery, mostly pottery. So I have a lot of pottery pieces that I found, because I sold most of mine. I have a few pieces to hang in the store, but I actually always did, because of the kids, recycled stuff, and stuff with them. And I went to the Children's Museum, which was in Boston, and every Friday night, they would have a free night. So I think it's $1 for them to get in there even now. And they would have all of this recycled stuff. So some stuff I would bring and some stuff I would take. And that would give me things to do with my children as they grew up. So my daughter is very much into art. My son has a radio program, and I believe, I think he's doing a television program. I think I can say that now. But, my kids are very creative, have always been creative. My oldest daughter sews. I don't know why she doesn't sew for a living because she's just that good, but, who am I? So my kids have always been creative in some kind of way. My youngest daughter is a good cook. I started out with 2 kids and ended up with 4. Long story, and I'm not going to tell it tonight, but one day I'll tell you. And, so I've always been, my mother was a beautiful artist. I don't have any of her pictures. She had mostly sketches of things, and she gave me the books, and I think I was quite young when she gave them to me, maybe 10 or 11 or something like that, and I don't know what I did with them, but I should have, because I kept most of the pictures and stuff that she gave me, but I don't know what I did with them, and I wish I had them because they would not be sold. They would be framed. Oh, and by the way, if anybody on here knows about quilting, I've made a couple of quilts in my life, but I have a very, very old quilt that was actually given to me I actually took it when my grandmother died. It was made by my great-grandmother, and she was emancipated as a slave when she was about 13 or 14, I think. I'm really not sure the age, but it's in my cabinet, and I'm not going to use it. I washed it once, so part of it got kind of torn, but not that bad. And I don't want to repair it, but I do want somebody to take a look at it and price it for me and possibly maybe sell it, because it sits in a closet and I don't want to use it. And I'd rather have it in a museum somewhere or something like that. But we'll see. But anyway, if anybody knows, put the information down for me. Anyway, again, these are my pieces. I'm going to try to glue them together to make a wall hang. I'm not going to try to glue them together. I'm going to glue them together. And I'll glue them together, and then I'm going to paint them tomorrow night. And we'll pick some colors and things. And I didn't know. I just found out that you always find out something when you watch these things, that there's this glue, and it's called pearl glue, and it actually makes little beads of pearls. So that's really good to know. But anyway, I've said enough. Oh, and this goes out to Guts and Glory. Okay, you'll probably get your stuff mailed Saturday. Reason is, if not Monday, reason is because I had a couple of things that I knew that you liked. I'm not going to tell you either. And I had to find them. So I found one, and I'm looking for the other one. So if I get a chance between tomorrow and Saturday, more than likely I won't, because usually once the store closes, I'm done. Okay. But probably tomorrow I'll try to go out and find it for you. But to Guts and Glory, you are going to get your package, and I hope that you like it. And this is the start of a really good friendship, All right, so I'm out of here. I'm going to go glue this together. I'll show you the glued piece, and I'll start showing you the project. I probably, because I don't really know how to do this yet, put this together in some kind of way so that, we can go through the steps of how I'm going to do it and how I'm going to hang it and everything and make it a wall attachment. But, usually they come out pretty good. But you know what? You can see my hits and you can see my misses. So God bless you all. I love you. And I hope to talk to you tomorrow night. And for those of you that don't watch until, have a good weekend. And I will see you all tomorrow night. God willing, and the creek don't rise. All right, good night, everybody. Love you.